Joining me now is Jennifer Rice Palmer. She's the Director of Guest Contact for Rosen Hotels and Resorts, based here in Florida. Jennifer, this is a philosophical and ideological decision that one has to make, because in a moment of stress, in a moment of scarcity, people jack prices up. There are laws against doing it, but the bottom line is it happens all over the place. You've actually, at Rosen Hotels and Resorts, made the opposite decision. Tell me about this and why.
100%. So for 48 years now, we've said people have unexpected expenses. This isn't a staycation. Their livelihood is on the line here. So we're like, it's not the right thing to do. It's not the moral thing to do to make money off them. What's right is for neighbors to take care of neighbors. And that's what we do. We're in the hospitality industry and we want to help our fellow neighbors. The people that are there for us the rest of the year, renting rooms from us, visiting Disney, visiting Universal, spending their vacation with us. We want to make them feel as comfortable as possible during these uncertain times. So we always reduce our rates during the hurricane so we can take in as many people as possible and help them out. It's the right thing to do.
Talk to me about, we often say one of the reasons people don't leave, particularly those in distressed areas who are sort of on the margins of society, maybe low income, is because you're thinking about that extra tank of gas at times when gas prices are high. You're thinking about accommodation because you may not make it far enough to stay with family. You may not have family who stays nearby. And so you're thinking about all those extra costs. You're trying to help people say, all right, when it comes to accommodation, we are at least going to help you manage that part of it. Do you ever meet people, or do you know of people who come to your hotels who say that made the difference? That let me get out of my house, which then ended up either being destroyed or flooded.
You know, 100%. We have people that storm after storm, and unfortunately, I wish I didn't have to say that, but I do here in Florida, that will say we came back again because not only did you take care of us and were you fair to us, you allowed us to bring our pets. You didn't charge us to bring our pets. You talked to our children. You made us feel welcome. You kept us informed, and we felt as though we were safe in an unsafe time.
When I go stay at a hotel, and I stay at a lot of hotels, that's not the obligation of the hotel, right? Their obligation is to give me a room and give me good service, and maybe there's food. Do your staff think about this differently when you're receiving guests who are taking advantage of the distressed rate because they're actually leaving their house? They have a sort of a different set of needs, including, you just mentioned, pets, but their needs and their fears are different than when I go to a hotel or one of my viewers goes to a hotel for a vacation or a business trip.
You know, 100%. And I think the reason our employees are so empathetic to those who are coming up is that we're taking in our employees' families too. When our employees come with us and they're part of the ride out team, we have them bring their families and their pets along, and we take care of their families while they're there, and we feed their families. So they see what we're doing for them, and in turn, they want to do that same thing for our guests. And I think that's what makes it such a beautiful relationship. And they have a better understanding then after the storm of what the hospitality industry is all about. And you just said it. We don't have an obligation, but we do, really. It's our obligation in the hospitality industry to take care of others. And that's what I think we at Rosen Hotels and Resorts do best. And, you know, we want people to remember us again when they come back to Central Florida, that we treat you fairly all the time.
Jennifer Rice Palmer is the Director of Guest Contact at Rosen Hotels and Resorts. This is a hotel group that offers distress rates. They lower their prices in times of destruction and tragedy. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for what you do for helping keep people safe who've had to evacuate their homes.